on it. The fact that you and I are working here today is evidence of that.
Tonight, candidates from the rock, paper, and scissors parties face off in the party debates. Hosted by Guy Smiley and Wendy Cruise. This year's candidates go head-to-head to prove they have what it takes to be the next POTUS Among Us.
I'm Wendy Cruise, and I'm joined by Guy Smiley.
Tonight will be the first and only round of debates between the candidates who are each running for their respective parties' nomination tonight.
Across the evening, we will see 3 20-minute debates. We will have them divided up by party. First will be the rock party, followed by the paper party, and last but not least, the scissors party. This is your chance to see where each of these candidates stand before primary elections begin just next week.
Now, just so you all know, each of these parties' debates will be hosted by a different set of moderators and will feature questions specific to that party. Now, none of the questions have been provided to the candidates ahead of time, so in a sense of speaking, their answers will be improvised.
That's right, Guy. For those of you tuning in, please feel free to provide your feedback to candidates in the chat. And in between, we may have time to read some out.
Now, without further ado, Wendy, I don't know about you, but I'm ready for these debates. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm very ready. I've been ready.
Fantastic. Well, I'm going to turn things over to our first debate host. We've got Regina Rubenstein of The Spew and mother of Thoughts and Prayers. Thank you very much.
Oh, greetings, greetings, greetings,
How are you, Ma?
greetings. Oh, I'm doing fine. May I first say that I would like to bring greetings from First Baptist Ebenezer, setting sail on Noah with God's apostles and righteous children's church, fathered by the great almighty Pastor Reverend Penny Jackson. I need to start that way.
Powerful words, Mother. Welcome. I'm glad to be moderating with you. And
Yes,
as you may
yes,
know,
yes.
I'm Regina Rubenstein, famed best-selling cookbook author, 3-time Regional Tony Award seat filler, and co-host of The Spew. The Spew, Friday nights at 9 p.m. on Washington Improv Theater News Network.
Oh.
So let's start our debate, shall we? We're asking you at home to keep your applause to a minimum throughout the debate, except for 2 times, the end of the debate and right now, as we bring on our candidates. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Alligator Cowboy, Oda Pock Garrick, Nobody, Amy Rocket Ship, Jay Farkey, Anastasia Smirnoff, and Pineapple Lee. Candidates, you've all agreed to the rules of the debate. The first question will come from Mother.
Thank you, Sister Regina. Thank you. First, candidates, I would love for you to introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about your platform. What would you like to share to the congregation, to the people? And let's start with Alligator Cowboy.
Howdy, y'all. My name is Alligator Cowboy, and as you can see, I am an alligator that is also a cowboy. I don't think anything else needs to be said. You're looking at him, the man, the myth, the legend, the alligator cowboy. Hello,
Oh,
I'm Perry
my.
Cactus Bush. I have a degree, a master's degree in herpetology and reptilian linguistics, and I will be providing any and all translation for Alligator Cowboy this evening.
My. Well, thank you. What about Sister Oda Pock Garrick?
Thank you so much, Mother, and thank you, Regina, for having us here today. Hello, everyone. My name is Oda Pock Garrick. You can call me Pock. I am a 274-year-old gnome from the land of Ibrith. I am so happy to be here. I am now officially documented in America. So my candidacy is based on the fact that I have fought down and faced giants. In my world, I've killed them. In this world, I know I'm not supposed to kill, but there are giant problems here, like giant tech billionaires taking advantage of the vulnerable. So I will fight them. I also care deeply about the environment. I've been living off of the land as a ranger for the past 18 years. I used to be a small businesswoman. I'm still small. I just am not running my business anymore. And so I also care about protecting small business. I'm also a mother of 5 and a grandmother of 12. So I believe in protecting families as well. I'm so excited to talk with you all today. And I know you're gonna love me.
Well, I love that she said she's a mother. Thank you. And now I'm a little confused about this next one, but let me hear this out. Nobody.
We are nobody. We just haven't met us yet. We're basically a poor man's Riddler. What's your passcode? Can I duct tape some eyes and get you to unlock your Face ID? I hate rock gnomes. I'm a man of simple taste. Hacktivism activities, that's what I'm all about. Oh, that cursor's moving in the wrong direction. Could possibly be me. Boogeyman. Boo.
Ooh.
All right. Curiouser and curiouser.
Yes, yes. I found myself with a little jump and a scare. Ooh. Well, let's go on to Amy Rocket Ship.
Amy Rocketship couldn't make it.
I don't think she's here today.
Oh no! Oh,
Not a
Lord.
strong start for Amy Rocketship.
She's great. You should
Oh,
check out
not
her
at
Instagram.
all.
She's really
Not
wonderful.
at all. Okay, I don't know anything about Instas. Jay Farkey.
Hello, I'm Jay Farkey. I'm a seasoned candidate for office. I've run for office 10 times. I am a big fan of diners, and diners need to stay open 24/7. Otherwise, they're not really diners. And I'll do anything to make sure every American can get to a diner that's open at any time. If I have to get people teleported, hey, as long as you can get to a diner, I'm for it. If we need high-speed rail to get people across the country quickly, I'm all for it. And it's all to make sure that people can get the food that they love at any time of day. And also, cats love me.
Well, I have some more questions for him. Anastasia Smirnov.
Hello, yes, I am Anastasia Smirnov, but you can call me Anna Smith. I am from the United States, USA #1, vote Anna Smith. And I'm here running on the platform of election security. Now, before I talk about that, may I just say how strange it is that the first candidate is not human. It is an alligator. Second is not even from this country. It is elf, self-proclaimed not from this country. So I don't know why you would even want to. Third, I've already forgotten. I think there's someone called Nobody. How can you be qualified if you do not exist? Fourth, a man who likes diners. I mean, who cares? It's a diner. Okay, there's so many other restaurants in this country. Get over it. So anyway, so I'm really the only real person here. So I think by default at this point, I am the most qualified person to really have an opinion on any matter. Also, I crush everyone. Rock Party, USA #1, secure elections. Thank you. Vote Anastasia Smirnov, aka Anna Smith, for President of the United States.
Something fishy about that one.
Yes, something just didn't sit right with me. Now,
I can hear you.
Sister Regina, am I seeing this correctly? Is a pineapple on the stage?
I wouldn't have believed it myself, but it's what I'm
All
saying.
Right, pineapple-y. Pineapple-y, take it away. Well,
it's so rare that I'm speechless.
Yeah, Sister Regina, I will tell you, we do not see dancing like that at First Ebenezer.
I'm sure that's true. I haven't seen dancing like that since 1967. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on, Mother.
Please.
This question is specifically for Pac. Should I call you Pac or is it Oda?
Yes, please call me Pock. Yes, in Gnome World, we all have our first names, but we also have nicknames. So my nickname is Pock.
All right.
Yours, Pock, pick Pock for rock.
Oh, okay. So Oda, your campaign paints you as a gentle, loving, often magical creature who wouldn't hurt a fly. Does that sound right?
Oh, I wouldn't hurt a fly because flies are not life-threatening to me.
Wonderful. But your opponents have painted more of a dark, seedy underbelly to your campaign, a rogues gallery of shadowy figures who are all too eager to defame, and in one instance, even threaten violence against your political opponents. I'm, of course, speaking of Sherry Crabtree, your manager, Elsa Dorr, the head of your Pickpock Political Action Committee, and even your twin sons, Zook and Eldon, who've been floated as ambassadors. How do you reconcile your carefully crafted image of kindness with every other word we're hearing from your surrogates?
Oh, okay. Thank you so much for asking that question. Here's the thing. I will kill if I feel life threatened, or if somebody is life threatening somebody that I love. My sons, they're gentle souls. They talk a big talk. They wouldn't. The thought of them fighting is actually quite funny. I developed my fierce fighting abilities over my 18 years as a ranger. My mentor, Oren Cianadel, he taught me how to do this. But here's the thing. We don't do this in this world. We only do this in our world. I know that there are different laws. And so I'm not trying to bring my laws to this world when it comes to killing.
Okay, so that's time. I want to let the other candidates get in here because actually, Pak, you're doing something right. 68% of Rock Party registered voters have a most favorable rating for you. The second was none of the above. Oh, that's not good. So the other candidates could, if in one sentence, if you could speak to the registered voters of the Rock Party to raise your favorability ratings, what would that one sentence be? And I think we'll go in reverse order. I can't believe I hear myself saying this, pineapple-y. All right. Anna Smith.
That people don't like me. I'm a very likable person. I have kids who like me. I have husband Greg who love me. I have my campaign staff, Chad Walmart, my babushka. I mean, are all of these people wrong to like me?
This is several sentences, Anna. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to cut you off.
There's an ellipsis in my how we say ellipsis. Vote Anna Smith 2020.
Wonderful. Jay Farkey.
I am really average. I do average everything, and people love average.
Great. A lot of people can relate to that. Nobody.
I cannot relate to that.
I know, Mother.
I'm sorry.
You can't. Neither you nor I, but a lot of people. Nobody.
Okay, so let's just keep it straight. Farkey's a cokehead. I know this for a fact. I saw him in a diner doing coke the other night. So let's just throw that out there.
Okay.
A. B, I don't trust the Rooski. C, the gnome in particular, I threaten you because you won't be able to find me. Therefore, I'll win.
Okay.
Nominee for the Rock Party. Thank you very much.
Let's try and keep it to one sentence. This is also a test on who can follow instructions.
Yes.
Oda, we're going to skip you since you're already so highly rated and go to, once again, Alligator Cowboy.
I may look like an alligator, but keep in mind, I'm also a cowboy, and that means I fight for the people, especially the little guy.
Wonderful. Thank you all.
Sister Regina, may I jump in here?
Please do. Please do.
So I have a very specific question that I was reading the polls. I saw a question on here, and I would like to direct it to Anna.
Mother, you're breaking up. Mother.
Looking up her.
Mother, you're breaking up.
Vodka. I broke up because of the question I was about to ask. I was about to ask about. Oh no.
This is totally something.
Oh. Can you hear me, child?
Mother, I'm afraid that we can't hear you. I'm sorry. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna.
Oh.
Are you back?
Oh.
Let me just dive in then. Let me dive in while Mother. Oh, there we go. There you are, Mother. Can you try again?
Seems like Mother's.
Oh, Jesus. Woo.
Mother, do you want to ask again? Can you try?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Woo. You know what? I was going to ask Anna, what is the best American vodka? And the Lord wouldn't let vodka come out my mouth. He shot me down. Woo.
So Anna, best American vodka.
Ask what the best American vodka is.
That's
Americans
right.
have good vodka, but if I had to choose, I mean, I would say Civic vodka from Washington, D.C., District of Columbia, USA, #1, perhaps. That's probably what I would say, but that's more just American vodka is disgusting. I don't know why you would ask me that question.
It's checking out here, Mother.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
From curiouser to clearer. So this is an open question for anyone. You know, the Rock Party has to stick together. Assuming that you were successful, it's likely that you would need to name one of the people here as your running mate to consolidate the party. Who would you pick and why? And I'll ask you to keep it brief.
I would pick the other human. What am I gonna do with an alligator? What am I gonna do with an elf? I pick the other human, the guy who likes diners.
Excuse
That's
me,
it.
I'm a gnome. I just want to be very clear that I'm a gnome and not.
I'm not gonna pick this vampire, this 200-year-old vampire to be my running mate.
I'm 274.
This giant, whatever it is, it's not human. I'm gonna pick a human. Next question.
I'm definitely not a giant.
What? Stop laughing at me. Why are you laughing at me? I'm not funny looking.
Okay, let's keep it civil. Everyone. I don't want to misclassify magical creatures here. It's 2020. Would anyone else like to say if they have someone here that they would pick as their running mate?
Nobody. I think
you wouldn't pick anybody, or you would pick nobody?
I would pick nobody.
Okay. Wonderful.
I think I could actually answer that question pretty well. I feel a strong connection to the pineapple. One would say it may almost be sexual, potentially.
Oh no!
All right, the family show.
No.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting. You should be ashamed of yourself.
It's 2020.
Well, you're disgusting. So I don't know.
Cover my ears and close my eyes. Cover my ears. Whew.
I could see myself teaming up with Alligator Cowboy because, Perry, you remind me of my good friend Umara, who is a druid who can talk to animals. So I really think that we would get along quite well.
Great. And so I guess I'll ask Alligator Cowboy, the only one who hasn't answered, who would you pick as your running mate?
Well, that was a small hiss. Let's see. Alligator Cowboy. I, Alligator Cowboy, proclaim that Odapak Garrick would make a fine running mate, seeing as she is so popular.
Wonderful. Thank you. Mother, if your connection's back, do you want to take the next question?
Yes. May I ask a direct question to the alligator? Alligator cowboy, now I saw a terrifying video. It said something about you eating cows. Please, could you respond?
That is pure conjecture. As it turns out, although I am an alligator and will eat most prey, there's one thing that I love more than anything else to eat, and that's raw chicken. That is exactly what my diet is: raw chicken and some fruits. Cows deserve to be rustled and brought back to the farm. I am a cowboy after all.
I once had raw chicken while it was undercooked, and I tell you, I couldn't leave the house for a week. I'll leave it at that. All right, Rock Party, it's time for closing statements. I will ask you to keep it to 30 seconds each. And a reminder, this is your last chance to make an impression on the voters. We will start with Alligator Cowboy.
And me.
And Mother.
Yes.
Folks, I am a living legend after all. I'm an alligator who is also a cowboy. And I'm friends with many animals, including Mei Zhang, the famous panda at the National Zoo. Mei Zhang can vouch for me. And my exploits, well, you can read all about them on the internet. Thank you, and good night.
Wonderful. Oda Pak.
Thanks, everyone. I just want to remind you that I am here to fight on behalf of the vulnerable, whether that is small people or big people too, or whether that is the environment or families. And, I just quickly want to say that I think somebody hurt you. And I want you to know that you are somebody. We can't all be paladins. We can't all save the mayor's daughter from an evil witch, but you have worth. You are somebody. So, whoever called you nobody, I just want to say, you're nobody to me. Nobody wants to hear it. So you can learn more about me at pick_POC_2020 at Instagram.com. Party Rock is in the house tonight.
My.
I understood about every other word that
I was
you
gonna
said.
say I caught half of it. Your Mother, we're going out for drinks after this. I'll drink, you can pray. Nobody.
Puck, you know what? You're right. I am somebody. I am somebody. I wish I could go up and hug your little tiny body and maybe rustle your pointy ears for just one moment. But because of COVID, I have to look through this screen and see that beautiful, somewhat elven face. I'll vote for you, Puck. I'll vote for you, Puck.
Wow.
Things are going off the rails.
Wow.
Okay. The real winner of tonight's debate, I think, was Amy Rocketship, who's not here. Jay Farkey.
Yes, I want you to know that my mother is proud of me, and it makes me feel.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know.
Sure, that's
She'll
true.
make a great first lady if I became president.
I bet she would.
That's why Pac really resonates with the motherliness, and I want you to get to know my mother because she is a great lady. And also cats, they love me.
Fascinating. Great. Anna Smith.
Yes. Can I just say, unlike the other contestants here, I'm going to give hard information on my platform so that people can take it or leave it when they go to the polls. As your leader of the United States USA #1, go NFL, God bless MLB, that's baseball, I'm going to protect election integrity, which means that I'm going to bring election technology that I have firsthand worked on myself as a cybersecurity hobbyist, that I will bring those to the underserved rural populations of the United States of America, USA #1. Those people you call flyover states, those are my family. As somebody from Wymego, Kansas, which is in the heart of the United States, USA #1, I am going to make sure that my people, my community, and rural America has access to the best election technology, the best resources, so their voices can be heard. USA #1, vote Anna Smith for President of the United States. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I think I'm following your thread
She
on that.
lost me when she lost me when she started talking about flying. Mother does not fly.
Oh, honey, you've got that big Winnebago. Pineapple Lead, take us home. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Rock Debate. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Wow, that was that. What an interesting field of candidates. We saw some contentious moments, and then even a very powerful display of human connection there towards the end. And even an endorsement, which is odd. That typically doesn't come so early on. Guy?
Wendy, I was just in note. Yeah, late breaking news, or I guess not that late breaking news. It's only 7:30. Apparently, Amy Rocketship, who was slated to appear in this last debate, has had to drop out of the race, unfortunately. You heard it here first, folks, on the network. Yes, according to her people, which are her parents, this debate was past her bedtime, which is a hard 7 p.m., and she has taken at least a 4th grade level math class, which is, pretty advanced, and it gets pretty rough, apparently, in the 4th grade math. So her people, i.e. her parents, said she was going to need to step aside for the moment. So, Amy, thank you for your time and dedication to your campaign so far. And maybe we'll see you next election cycle, okay?
I just want to echo that, Guy. Amy, your civic engagement at such a young age is impressive and inspirational. And yeah, we hope to see you around moving forward. Commendable decision by her parents. Okay, folks, we still have 2 more parties to hear from, and we need to get to it. So the next round of candidates that will be taking the stage will be from the paper party. And we are going to be welcoming now the moderators for this portion, which will be Pastor Reverend Penny Jackson of Thoughts and Prayers and Steele of the Litter Box.
Steele, you are muted. I will introduce myself. I am Pastor Reverend Penny Jackson from First Baptist of Ebenezer. I want to say thank you, Mother, for that gracious welcoming. And I also want to tell everyone it is Droptober at First Baptist. That means when the collection plate comes around, be sure to drop something in there.
Thank you so much, Pastor Reverend Penny Jackson. I'm so excited to be hosting this with you. I am so excited to be here. I'm a correspondent for BuzzFeed. I'm Blake Lively's personal assistant. And you've also seen maybe my writing in women's health. You can get that on your grocery stand. And Gwyneth Paltrow loves me as well. So I'm excited to be here. You've seen me everywhere. I just would also like to say, please tune in to the Litter Box 9 o'clock Fridays. And we will be talking to some of these great candidates and giving you the scoop. So without further ado, I'd like to bring the candidates on the stage so we can kind of get a bigger picture of what their platforms are. So can I get Tikafer Tonkinson, Don Shearfinger, Richard Cream Jr., Brenna Lehan Berkeley. Tony. Great. Okay, and Ernest Milch. Do we have Tony? Is he here?
Tony, why don't you come forward? Well.
All right, well, let's give you guys 15 seconds each just to introduce yourselves, talk a little bit about your highs and lows of the week, maybe things that you want to bring to the people. So Tikafer, can we start with you?
Hey y'all. 2020. I want to be president. Do you need another reason? I'm an influencer and I know what we need. What? Yes. Take a vote. What? Vote. Yes. 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 Yes.
Okay, love this, but you're at your 15 seconds, so I'm gonna have to cut you off. All right, Richard Cream Jr.
Thanks, Steele. Hello, America. It's me, Richard Cream Jr. and the whole Cream family here. I've had a pretty good week. It's been, a kind of eventful week, been out on the campaign trail, and that's where I'm at.
Oh, this is your family.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I should clarify. The whole Cream family is running for president. We're all here collectively as one candidate. So I just want to make sure the American people understand a vote for Richard Cream Jr. is a vote for all the Creams.
Vote for me.
Great, great. Okay, Don Shearfinger.
Thank you, Paper. My highlight of the week is being here, just being here with all of you. My campaign is really focused on bringing everyone together, papers and scissors uniting, getting over our past differences, and really bringing the Rock Party down. I think that's something that we can do together. So look forward to it.
Looking sharp, Don.
All right, Tony was here second, fashionably late. Tony, do you want to give us your highs and lows of the week, a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm having some real Wi-Fi issues. But I'm here on my data now. Highs and lows of the week. The high of the week is just being here with you all, I gotta say. It's so great to be here with my beloved paper party. I love it so much. I've just noticed that we're getting very grumpy as a party. And it's something that I think that we really need a candidate and a president who's really going to wake up every day and ask, how can I make us less grumpy? So I really just want to get rid of daylight savings time. We'll get a little bit more sleep. I really want to ban meetings, just no meetings whatsoever.
Great.
And make sure we have yoga for all.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you
And
so much, Tony. You're at your 15 seconds, but we'll get to come back to you. So just hold on 1 second. All right, Brenna. Brenna, I think there you go.
My mom let me have the scary fingers from the dollar store.
Great, that's your high. What's your low of the week?
Rah!
Good, great, wonderful.
Well, I think we can get right into the debate questions now then.
Yes.
I'll start. This one is for all the candidates. As you know, this is the paper party. If you could put a new historical figure on the $100 bill, who would they be? Let's start with Tikafer.
A new historical figure? Oh my God, like a sentient frog or something? That would be amazing.
Okay, Tikafer didn't understand the question. Let's go to Don.
Well, if I was going to put anyone on, I would probably put one of the founders of the Paper Party, my great-grandpappy. He was an inspirational leader, and I think he's really a good example for our people.
Inspirational leader and an inspirational giver. He patronized the First Baptist of Ebenezer many a time. Let's go now to Richard Cream.
Yeah, great question. I think we have to invest in the future. So they may not be historical yet, but why not choose an everyday American that may be great in the future?
Richard, don't forget about our prize-winning cows. We could have put them on a new dollar bill. Old Bessie is the landmark of our family.
Okay, a human or a cow. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to Tony.
If I could put any figure on any bill, I would take the highest performing cat on Cats of Instagram, and I would put that on a bill. Because every day you can take out your wallet, take out a bill, and you can be less grumpy.
I would love to see Maru on a $100 bill. Let's go to Brenna.
Pet Mountain Dew on my Lucky Charms, and my mom calls it breakfast.
Okay.
Wow.
Concise. Over to you, Steele.
Wonderful. All right. I have a general question for everyone here. So polling shows that 42.2% of our constituents would like to cut a new deal for the American people, and 17.2% would like our president to cut a bitch. So my question for everyone here is, since you're the paper party, how do you plan to cut a deal, cut a bitch, or cut out the shenanigans? Let's start with you, Richard.
Yeah, sure. That's a great question. I think as far as cutting a B word, I think there's too many cuts going on right now. So let's grow some stuff. Let's cut a new deal that supports the everyday American. Am I right?
I would also like to note that currently I'm in Scotland making a milk deal, and you thought I'd only be able to make a 1% of my way through the milk deal, but I finished the whole milk deal.
All right. Thanks, Bree. Thank you for that. Yep. Okay.
Big deal.
Okay. Great.
All right, Dawn. I noticed that your fingers are actually scissors. So.
Yeah, I think I kind of had this one down. But again, bringing everyone together is really the key. We got to crush the Rock Party. We got to take it to them where they stand, and paper cuts too. Don't forget that, paper cuts.
Good point. Tikafer, how about you?
First of all, I'm pretty sure I'm the only person here who has actually cut a bitch during my little stint of getting laid off from hardware stores. They did not like my projects, and I let them know that I did not care. So if you're looking that 17%, I don't hang on to numbers real well. I think that's what it was. If you're looking for someone to cut a bitch, Tikafer's your girl.
Great. All right, Tony, what about you?
I think we need to ask the American people for each and every one of us to cut a deal with each other, to judge each other less, to yell at each other less on social media, and be nicer to each other so we can be less grumpy. So vote Tony. I'll make that deal. We'll be less grumpy.
Awesome. Thank you. And Brenna, let's close it out with you.
What's your favorite color?
I love
the rainbow. Is it the rainbow?
My favorite color is green because it's the color of money.
Yeah, I love black because it's the most stylish. It goes with everything.
I agree.
Thank you. Pastor Reverend, I want to come to one of your services.
You're free to come. Make sure you bring your tithes and your offerings, though.
Of course. Of course, I give a solid 30%.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Do you want to go ahead with the next question?
I have a question directed directly at Richard Cream. This is for you and your whole family. Have you all ever thought of changing your name?
I don't know. I think I'm missing the question here. Why
Yeah, I don't really get it. What are you talking about?
Well, your name, God forgive me, your name's Dick Cream, and I'm just wondering.
How dare you? How dare you insult our family name?
It's slanderous. It's slanderous.
Yeah, what are you going to call me, Harry Cream?
Is your name Harry? Oh, it's Harold. Yeah, it is Harry Cream. Look at that.
This is despicable. This is a presidential election.
I'm just.
That's what you're all upset about? Somebody else just spit out rainbows. And this is what you're concerned about? Our great grandpappy Dick Cream Sr.? How dare you?
So to answer your question, no, we will not be changing our name. I'll be Richard Cream, Harry Cream, Ernst Cream, Bree Cream, the whole Cream family staying creams.
We are the cream of the crop.
Cream right to the top.
So essentially, Dick Cream never goes away.
Wow.
Never.
Wow, I've heard cream more here than in my text messages, and that's saying something. Tickifer, I have a question for you. I cannot believe you've put this look together in such a short amount of time. You're first in the polls right now, polling for the paper party.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. And might I say, well, I can't say that because I'm moderating, but great job. My question for you is, what would you do for the people if you were president for looks, maybe specifically masks, or, just how would you beautify America's people?
That question gives me all of the life, as does your headband.
Thank you.
Keep it going. Okay, so first of all, I feel like the thing that needs to happen next is like very good see-through masks. So that's the first thing that I'm working on, is engineers to create materials to create a mask that means that you're not missing my awesome lip situation. I got a new lip pencil, okay? We can't just be walking through the world with half a face. So that is priority number one, because when Americans feel beautiful, do you know what happens? Do you know what happens, my sweet Steele?
They find God.
They sparkle like steel and like an angel, Pastor, like an angel.
We resonate with that.
Perfectly worded. One more question. This is for the group as well. When was the last time you were at a Black church, and how much did you give when you were there?
Well, just last week, I tuned in to Thoughts and Prayers with you and your team. That was just fantastic. I was so moved that I made a donation online. It might not have amounted to much, but every little bit helps.
We thank you for that, and the check cleared. So thank you, Don.
Excellent.
Richard.
Even though I'm still offended, the Cream family has a long history of, since there's so many of us, we all have different philosophies in our faith. So I believe one of us goes to a church that at least $200,000 a year, I think. I don't know.
So at least one of you goes to a church. Thank you, Richard Cream. Brenna.
I go to church when I'm on the plane, trying to make deals, It's black and white to me, just like the cows.
Oh, I like it. Brenna.
What? Hi, I'm Brenna Leanne Berkeley. That's me.
Thank you, Brenna. Tony.
I'm a humble man. I don't have a very thick wallet. Moths fly out of it when I open it. But I give what I can when I can. And I am a great admirer of faith as something that gives people purpose in life, which makes them less grumpy. So vote Tony, be less grumpy.
Thank you, Tony. Tickifer, you're looking more beautiful by the second. What's your answer?
What is the question again?
When's the last time you attended a Black church service, and how much did you give?
Okay, I'm going to tell you a thing. I've literally never been in a church in my entire life. My family are just white waspy people. We don't have religion.
Okay. Still, I think it's time now we give the candidates a time to give a closing remark. Why don't we start with Brenna?
Do you want to see how fast I can drink this? Let's go.
Okay.
I do actually want to see this.
She's drinking the devil's juice. That's, I think, more
is
of
that
it's
Mountain
getting on the
Dew?
ground. Most of it's getting out of her mouth. Okay. Okay, thank you, Brenna, for your closing remarks. Don?
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy ironic. I was going to do the same thing with a jug of milk, but I cannot actually use the jug. Things are not made for all of us. I've experienced my share of being an outcast and being mocked and disenfranchised. I know the feeling. I want to bring people together in the united party. We can take on rock and we can stop them from dragging us down.
Thank you, Don. Tony.
I think that as a party, we need to focus on the nuts and bolts, the material interests of the American people. And that is to be less grumpy, to let people skip meetings, to let people sleep in when they want to sleep in and stretch when they want to stretch. And putting cats on dollar bills for good measure. That is what we should focus on as a party, and that is the message I will bring to the American people as your nominee. So vote Tony, win the election, be less grumpy.
I'm with you, Tony.
Well put, Tony. Let's go to Tickifer. Closing remarks.
I think you know what needs to happen in this election, America. I think you know. I think I know. I think we all know. And when you elect me the candidate of the paper party, my VP is going to be Brianna. Watch and wait. Ticket for 2020.
Okay, it's hard to tell when she's stopping and when she's still going. Okay.
Right, it's like an air horn.
Truly is terrifying. Let's bring it home with Dick Cream.
I want to take a moment to apologize to the American people for getting so offended so easily over the mischaracterization of my name. Again, our party, our family stands for not only the paper party, but a unified structure for this whole country. We've got beliefs that fall in the paper, rock, and scissor party. And I'm going to take this moment to also say that if we are, as a family elected president, our vice president is going to be Tony, because as I've learned today, I also need to be less grumpy.
Richard, all these candidates are jokes anyway in this party. None of them, actually all of them have Richard Cream and Cream family dairy products in their homes. Don Shearfinger drank a gallon of our milk. Tickifer's over here using cow-based makeup, I believe. We're already in your homes. Just bring us in the government.
Right. You just got to trust. Trust that you know that we can handle those teats delicately. Really just milk it. We'll milk the system for you, the American people. We'll milk it.
If I may, I've seen where too much cream goes. I've stumbled on some bad parts of the internet late at night, and it is not family friendly. Not family friendly at all.
Okay, all right. Well, that was the closing remarks from all the candidates here at the
You guys,
paper party.
look. It's like I'm like my mom after surgery.
Great.
Thank you, Brenna.
Wonderful. I'd also just quickly, we are fact checking, and I would like to say that Tickifer actually uses cruelty-free makeup, if I'm not mistaken. No cream, correct?
I don't know.
Great. Wonderful.
Well, I was Pastor Reverend Penny Jackson for the paper party, and with me was...
I'm Steele for the paper party. Catch the scoop, aka the litter box, and go to church.
Back to the hosts.
Wendy, these two debates already have been such a wild ride, and I know we're going to dive into another one in just a second, but can I just say that I am thrilled by, I love the first debate. Saw some great points. I know the rocket ship drama shook things up a little bit, but I gotta say, compared to the first round, these candidates feel so much more human and some sharp dress looking and face
literally human. Yeah.
Literally, not that I have anything against any of the candidates in the first debate.
Gosh, of course.
Yeah, it's just nice to see some people that represent me, but I'm excited for some more candidates to hear from.
Absolutely. And I do just want to comment again, a lot of unorthodox practices we're seeing this evening. We're seeing family joining candidates on stage. Again, we got we had a VP pick, a hypothetical VP pick this evening, right on the debate stage. I also do want to bring to the audience's attention that there are now rumors that Brenna has bot followers. And that there are Russian bots acting on her behalf. So that is not confirmed. That is not founded. I am just sharing the news that is being stated, and I wonder if it will shift public opinion. We will have to wait and see.
We'll wait and see. And obviously it's still, this is the one and only debate, so it's early and also really late in the political season. So things can happen at any time, folks. So make sure you're staying tuned. We're going to kick things over to our last debate of the evening. Next up, we've got the Scissors Party debate. And that's going to be hosted by none other than Kiana of the Spew, as well as Simone of the Litter Box. Let's get y'all out here, folks.
Hi.
Hey. Whew. How's it going?
It is good. I am having the time of my life. I've got my Fat Girl wine, which I drink and sell, and you can buy online. And I'm just so excited to be here. How are you, Simone?
I'm coming down a little bit. I have not slept since Tuesday. I've been going rave after rave after rave. So this is kind of my like cool down blanket, and then gonna hit the streets tomorrow because it's Friday.
I love it. A little Lady Gaga. Next club, next club, next club. I love it.
Yes. Well, anyway, we're here. We got to close this debate on out with a party close to my heart, the Scissor Party. So yeah, let's get it started, shall we?
Yes.
All right. So I'd like to welcome to the stage General Fist, Miranda Curie Swift, Kaylee Girl Boss, and Beekman Chance Gamble.
You all look so beautiful tonight.
Vector's creepy.
Wow. All right. So let's just kick this off. 30 seconds. I really can't hear more than 30 seconds. I'm not going to process it. What your platform is, okay? And we will start with Kaylee Girl Boss. We'll start with you.
Hello, my name is Kaylee Girlboss, and I want to give all of America a more fun tomorrow by using the things I've learned from birds, Girl Scouts, karate, and Christmas. Did you know that birds fly in a flock to help and protect each other and use less energy when flying? They're also great at communicating. That's what I want for America. A fun, happy, healthy tomorrow.
That's what we want too, Kaylee. That's amazing. Thank you.
That's sweet. That brings me back to my childhood. All right, Miranda Curie Swift.
Hello, I am Miranda Curie Swift, and I am a climatologist, and climate change is real. It is dire. It is happening now, and it is caused by humans. So the only way we could fix it is through bold action, and that bold action means having fewer humans. And we don't have time to wait.
Okay.
Thank you.
Did you say General Fisk?
Is that what you said? Sorry, I couldn't hear you. I was too busy focusing on America. Thank you. Hello, America. My name is General Kurt Fist. I am 52, unmarried, and childless. Why, you ask? Because of you, America. My entire life, from womb to tomb, has been dedicated to serving this great nation. From the moment I had any goddamn sense, I knew I wanted to be in the military. After serving with honor, sorry, Kaylee. After serving with honor in the hellfire that was Grenada, I quickly rose the ranks until I reached the hallowed position of 7-star general. America deserves someone who will dedicate themselves fully to being your next president. And I believe I am that someone. If you're willing to have me, America, I'm willing to give it to you. It being my presidency.
General Fist, I might need to get your number. Beekman Scissors. Blades Razors.
Yana, Simone, thank you for having me tonight.
Of course.
American voters, especially the undecided ones, the data will show I am the freshest. I know what's hot on the streets. There's a lot of noise out there, and you need to cut it out. Slice it if you have to. Don't let ignorant opinions cloud your brain. let the data drive. As a son of Midwestern data farmers, I know data. Let's stop ignorance-driven decision-making and data-driven everything.
Beautiful. All right. This is a perfect segue. So speaking of data, people don't really know anything about this party. All right. Most people cannot pick a candidate out of the four of you. Okay.
I didn't know anything when they casted me. I just said, sure, why not?
I mean, I only got into this party because of somebody that I met at the club back in 2016. You know, that's how I got my gateway in. But in any event, this is supposed to be a party of progress, of action, of cutting to the quick, right? So what are you going to enact within your first week of presidency? Are we talking about swinging, reparations, climate change, robots? What are you planning to do?
I mean, I'll go. I thought I made it quite clear. You said climate change. I, of course, said climate change. And I would note, Beekman said we need to be driven by data. Of course, we need to be driven by data to get the balance to a place where it needs to be with humans. And Kaylee, you are so cute. But there will be no tomorrow if we don't focus on today. And in that first week, I will of course start cutting humans out of existence so that the rest of us can continue.
Can I just interject for a second? I feel like a platform that involves cutting humans should be disqualifying in a presidential race. Also, I'd like to point out that it just feels so been there, done that, in light of the fact that we already have an incumbent who has a callous disregard for the value of human race, especially in light of a global pandemic. So, I mean, I don't know. It's just, Kaylee, do you want to say anything about climate change?
Well, as an African that I studied for school once said, the generation that destroys the environment is not the generation that pays the price. That is the problem. I think you should elect me because I will be experiencing it firsthand when I grow up. And I don't want to be experiencing that. I may never get to see an emperor penguin in the wild.
Because of climate change.
Mm-hmm. Can I respond to that direct attack on me?
All right. Fine.
Great. This will be short. Where to even start? This is different than the incumbent. Because right now I believe science and I follow science and I've dedicated my life to science. And Kaylee, I want you to see an emperor penguin, but you won't if we don't take action today. And frankly, I don't think a young child can compare to a longtime scientist. I think you're great, but you don't have the experience.
There's not enough data in her brain yet.
Great, agreed. Sure.
And I think reparations sounds like a good idea.
Right.
All strong answers, all very strong answers. I'd like to talk a little bit to Kurt Fist. You were forced to leave the American military because your views were labeled a little too extreme. What sort of mental state do you think the individual that works in the office of president needs to maintain in order to be an effective leader?
Okay, here we go. All right. Well, this is so interesting. So when I said extreme, my ideas, they push the boundaries as to what the military could be. I believe that the military is a tool to serve the American people. But people I was working with believe the military should be leading the country. I'm a servant. But hopefully, if I become president, I'll become a leader. One of my extreme views was I don't believe sharks are dangerous enough. I'd like to put lasers on them if possible. I believe that animals aren't doing their part, and they need to be working for us, not us for them. I also believe that the emperor penguins that are mentioned before, how are they helping America? Why are they silent on this election? I think we need to discuss what's going on with them. Why personally have they not gotten involved and said their voice? That's just me. Some of my extreme views, quote, unquote.
The extreme.
Did you say blazers or lasers? Do you want to?
Ideally both. A fancy shark is not inappropriate to me. A fancy in a plaid, a shark in a plaid blazer with a laser, very exciting. So I'm for both.
America, this is insane. You can't put blazers and lasers on sharks. They are endangered.
You haven't tried.
Kaylee
You haven't
just
tried.
said
And
that
I
as-
think it's that level of lack of thinking. You haven't tried putting on a shark. I imagine it would disagree. But if you haven't tried, how do you know? And that's what America is about. Trying things that no one else will dare try.
I just
Sometimes
feel
it
like maybe General Fist would really benefit from learning the beautiful ancient art of karate to kind of detox that
karate.
masculinity a bit. I mean, these are some crazy to use endangered sharks for the benefit of Americans just seems like more of the same for this country. Why
Let
are
me
we
put it
going to
like
build our country on the backs of these poor sharks?
If you're a poacher and you're hunting a shark and that shark is wearing a suit and has a laser, you're not going to hunt it. You're going to run the opposite direction. Sharks would be much scarier. So,
All good points. All really great points. Beekman, do you like giraffes or unicorns more?
It's tough. I mean, I like a shorter, hard one, but a long, like bendable giraffe neck, it's appealing as well. But the data show unicorns are harder to find, so I will choose giraffe.
Interesting. Big choices for the scissor party. Miranda, did you have something to say?
That question is insane.
What?
I'm sorry. We are running.
what's insane about it, though?
Yeah.
Just pick.
I mean,
You have to be decisive as a president. Pick one.
Like I'll show you, Miranda. So Kaylee, right? Plain or chocolate milk? What do you prefer?
Well, chocolate milk is sweet, but it's not good for you. And regular milk is really good for you. My grandma didn't drink enough milk, and now she has problems with her bones. So I would choose regular milk.
Okay. There we go.
Great. And so, Miranda, now I have a question for you. Your work on climate change research is world renowned, but little is known about your actual plans to halt the effects of climate change. Can you go even deeper than you did the first two times?
I can, sure. So, have you ever read the book, The Giver?
I can't read.
Oh, I'm okay. Well, I'm sorry.
I skipped that section.
I saw the movie, though. It's very good.
Maybe I thought when Beekman referenced Full House, maybe we were doing mid-90s references. Okay. There are people cause human activity and causes climate change. You have less human activity, you will impact the amount of climate change. Strict measures have not worked, and in part they haven't worked because there are too many people, and a lot of these people don't believe in climate change. So we cut down the number of people, and who do we start with? The climate change deniers. It's like you go to a movie and you're at the movies and you're trying to watch, but somebody is yipper-yappering at the movie. You remove the person and the movie becomes enjoyable. This isn't a movie though. This is our Earth. This is it. We are running out of time. And if people keep getting in the way, we will move them out of the way. We will do it with way more kindness than they have shown Mother Gaia.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
Mr. Chance Gamble, is there room in your heart for love and data?
Well, let's see. I just want to bring up one point before I answer that. Our facial recognition software is picking up similarities between Miss Rhonda Curie Swift and a Brigada Cream. And I want the committee to look into that. There's love in my heart for data and nothing else.
Oh. Okay. Simone, did you have
Think about it?
I mean, similarly, General Fist, right? I mean, we have this very precocious, adorable child here, right? And just you have none. What's that about? No love? Loved you?
Oh, is there love in my heart? Wow. We're cutting deep, aren't we? Oh boy. Well, there was a young woman. I was 14, and I would say that this incident probably created the man that you see before you today. As a 14-year-old, I decided to sit next to Katie Dameron in science class. And as I sat down next to her, a large fellow by the name of Greg Monroe came up to me and said, you're in my seat. And I said, but I just wanted to sit here. And he said, yeah, but you can if you want to under normal circumstances. But as this is science lab, Katie is going to be my partner for the rest of the year. And I never saw Katie after that, after I shuffled to the other side of the classroom. And I swore to myself I would never be bullied again.
You couldn't.
So no love for me. Not as a kid.
You couldn't.
I just have to say, I'm sure Kaylee's heart goes out to you as a young man who's been bullied. Kaylee, how do you handle bullies?
I told them that it is not acceptable. They are mean.
Okay, I said that too. I said, hey, Greg, this is not acceptable. And he was sort of okay with it, but it was getting awkward, so I had to leave.
Have you ever had to do anything with a bully, like stand up for yourself, or what do you do?
Well, I stand up for myself. Then I leave it be for a while, and then I have a truce. Like I give them a popsicle.
Oh, General Fist, did you try giving them a popsicle?
Nope, there we go. Okay, that's a mistake I made. Didn't give him a popsicle.
Try
Okay,
that.
all right, silly me. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. No, that's
The,
good advice.
the data show popsicles help.
I just want to note that you said in front of America that you couldn't see somebody in the same classroom as you. America, do you want to vote for someone who just explicitly said he moved to the other side of the class and he never saw her again? What? And what if you need to engage in conversations in a large hall like the UN or the Paris Accords? This is insane.
Miranda, can I respond really quickly to that?
Very quickly, General Fest.
So it was one of those situations, you know how in a comedy movie, sometimes there'll be like a nude model, but you can't see the private parts because there's like a cactus or a cucumber or a cart somewhere in the way? That was kind of exactly the situation. The teacher kept moving like a little art supply cart, and then that would move aside, and then a kid would be in the way. It was a very comical state of affairs with devastating personal consequences. So that's
The data show it's mostly statues who are in the way.
Yes, that was there too. Yeah.
This was your Wilson's lower half of his face experience. This is insane.
I thank you for bringing up Home Improvement, one of my favorite shows.
You know, let's not get away from the real issues. Miranda, if you could be a flavor of ice cream, what would you be and why?
I mean, Chunky Monkey.
That wasn't so hard.
But also, ice cream won't exist if climate change burns up the entire world.
All right. So I think we should go to our closing remarks. Just let's bring it home. All right.
Well, if I can be clear, it seems like over 40% of the voting populace doesn't either want to vote for any of you or doesn't even know who you are. So
Yes.
this is your time to really make it count and don't frack it up.
I would also like to say, I found a note, you can't see it on here, but it says, see you at 7, and there were some scissors on it, and attached were a couple of my braids.
Go big or go home, okay? I feel that people in the party are bringing heat, so I just want to know where your stand is, all right?
You take a shot at Simone, you can't miss. I hope you all know that. So please also give a good alibi for why you weren't the cutter of Simone's braids. Anyone can start. Miranda, let's start with you.
Thank you, Simone and Kiana, for this lively debate, and to everybody else running. I came late to the election. I was not planning on running because I was busy being a scientist, and nobody mentioned climate change. They mentioned things like push-ups and 2 Christmases, and none of these things would exist if the world was burning. And wake up, people, look out west. There's fires, there's hurricanes, and the time to go is nigh. It is nigh. And might I just add, tomorrow's leader today, there will not be a tomorrow if we do not act. We listen to data, and the data says act. And finally, climate change is part of the strategic imperative of the Pentagon, and nobody is talking about it but me.
All right. Thank you.
I did not cut your hair.
Doesn't sound like an alibi. Beekman?
Yes. Thank you. Once again, undecided American voters. If for some reason you don't see in the data that the future is Kaylee Girl Boss and young women who are intelligent and strong, well, then you're a fool. Like I said, I know data. Elect me. I just broke my suspenders. So I'm going to end this with, as a proud member of the Scissor Party and one who's progressive, you best protect your neck.
Oh.
Wow.
All right. 30 seconds to our remaining 2 candidates.
General Fist.
All right. Thank you very much. Regardless of whoever you vote for in this primary, I want Americans to know that there is hope. When I was trapped in a foxhole in the raging hellfire that was Grenada, I knew that there was a light at the end of the tunnel. And I want you to know that regardless of whoever you pick, we will run this country with intelligence, with strength, and with our ability to work together. I know that we can make this nation much greater. Thank you.
Beautiful. All right. Kaylee, take us home.
As Mr. Miyagi said, balance is key. Balance good. Karate good. It is a proven fact that children have better balance than grownies. You should see me do a roundhouse kick. You should know that I care more about just one thing, like data or climate change or war. I want to make America better using a lot of things, including the things I've learned from birds, Girl Scouts, karate, and Christmas.
All right.
Also, I was at karate when your braids got cut. It was nice.
Thank you. The first alibi of the night. Wonderful.
That one.
Absolutely incredible from all of you. I don't know. This is such a toss-up for me because there's 20,000 other contestants that are in this presidential debate. Can't thank you all enough for being here. Simone, so fantastic to hang out with you, as always.
Same.
And we love you all. Stay tuned to win to see who's gonna win, and we'll see you later. Good night, America.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That just may have been the most substantive exchange that we've seen all night. That was incredible on so many different levels. Again, some unorthodox candidates and platforms here.
Yeah, I mean, couldn't put it better myself, Wendy. know, the folks in the chat and out there, we've been getting call energy. A lot of candidates have brought to the debate stage so far just on this debate night. And I'm sure we're going to see more of it in the debates to come, and maybe the candidates that move forward. Also with just a general appreciation for animals, the world of science and data. Everyone seems to believe in climate change, which is a good sign in this newscaster's opinion. But you know, things have been a little bit rocky in each of these debates, right? There's accusations that certain candidates may have, despite what I said at the top of this program, that people received these questions ahead of time, which if that is the case, this newscaster was not privy to that. But you know, various candidates have their methods to the candidate madness that they are a part of. So
yeah, and I don't even want to quite venture into that territory because you know, we at WIN, of course, you know, we did not provide the questions to anyone. The moderators were in charge of coming up with them on their own, and it was the understanding that they would not be shared in advance with any candidates. So I don't want to make any accusations, but they are out there. So did Kaylee receive the questions before other people? Now, we don't know, but that is a question that will now be on the American people's minds. I will say that aside, because that is unfounded, I do just, you know, for all the young people and young women in particular watching, I just want to say, you know, I'm really thrilled about the age limit being removed. I want young people to know you are not just the leader of the future, you are leaders now. Clearly, as we could see from her performance this evening, she is indeed an expert in many things going on in her life and in the world. And the last thing I want to say is Ms. Curie Smith, raising more questions than answers. Where are all the people going to go? Just throwing that out there. That was just a question that I personally had as a newscaster. So that's it. I don't want to say any more.
Those are all great questions, Wendy, and you know, we're going to hopefully have some answers for you as this political season of ours rolls on. But we're going to need to wrap things up here tonight because I don't know about y'all, but these past 3 debates have really taken the wind out of my sails in a good way. But yeah, we're going to wrap things up for the evening. Isn't that right, Wendy?
Absolutely. We've had a whirlwind evening, and we do want you to be aware that elections for the primaries will begin next week. So to stay in tune with all of WIN's coverage of the election and all of our programming, please follow the Washington Improv Theater page closely. You can go to witbc.org to check out more info on our programming. We have shows almost every night of the week covering the POTUS Among Us process. So be sure that you vote next week and tune in next Thursday night, a week from now, same time, same place, to watch the election results roll in from primary night. And last, but certainly not least, we do know, Guy, that outside of the POTUS Among Us world, there is another election coming up.
There is another election going on. That's right.
There is another one going on that you may have heard of. And so us at Washington Improv Theater and with Washington Improv News Network, just want to make sure that everyone watching tonight plans on being a registered and informed voter. So with that being said, just remember that when you get your ballot, it won't just be all the juicy national stuff. You will see local and possibly state stuff on there as well. So go to vote411.org to get the scoop on what is going to be on your ballot exactly, so you can be prepared.
And without further ado, folks, it's been a great evening from us here at the Washington Improv News Network. Thank you, and night.
Tonight, candidates from the rock, paper, and scissors parties face off in the party debates. Hosted by Guy Smiley and Wendy Cruise. This year's candidates go head-to-head to prove they have what it takes to be the next POTUS Among Us.